Between birth and age 5, parents accumulate approximately 43,800 hours of time with their children. How these hours are used differs from family to family based on each family's individual dynamics and prior commitments. Some parents employ the use of television as a means of taking care of the child while the parent or parents are busy. Other parents take a more active role by engaging their children in various daily activities. In this presentation, I'm going to show you that parents who take an active role in educating their children before preschool promote greater learning habits, increased understanding of the world around them, and a stronger relationship between parent and child. Parents who encourage learning activities before preschool promote greater learning habits in their children. Employing the use of games, activities, and toys that children particularly enjoy are of benefit to the parents as they may increase their child's independent motivation. When parents teach their children to use their imagination to direct their own play, their children will have more creativity and spend less time unengaged. Participating in activities that challenge children's skills develop children's motivation with learning. Young children are enthusiastic about learning new things and participating in new and exciting games when properly motivated by their parents. This motivation will continue as they begin to form the skills necessary for preschool or kindergarten. Parents who promote their children's education before preschool increase their child's understanding of the world around them. Children learn about their world primarily through dramatic play, which acts as a rehearsal for life. Participating in activities of their own making enables children to make sense of their world. We see children engaging in dramatic play in which they take on the personas or roles of primary people in their daily lives, such as parents or other caregivers, and those of their own creation, such as actors or actresses, chefs, heroes, and fantastical beings. The behavior of their parents is a prime model which children follow at an early age. Children will mimic what they see their parents doing. If parents show that they are interested in reading by talking about their favorite books or authors, children will seek to read and find their own favorite books and authors. This positive role of parents leads their children to understand them better and starts to build and enforce the relationship between parent and child. Parents who actively employ education in their homes have greater relationships between parent and child. During the early years, and particularly during preschool years, the parent is the best pal. This is the time and age when children strive for their parents' attention and are most interested in what their parents have to say. Guiding, playing, and socializing further the relationship between parent and child. Interaction between parent and child cause relationships to change and develop. Participating in those activities that engage their children is most beneficial to both their relationship with their child as well as their child's ability to benefit from all that an early education can offer. Of the most beneficial activities parents can incorporate into their daily interactions with their children to provide early education, reading to children ranks highest. Teachers and doctors alike both plead with parents to read to their children from an early age. In a UK study found on thebabywebsite.com, a sampling of 640 parents with children ages 5 and under showed that 34.4% of parents did not read to their children at all during the weekly period. 50.5% of parents read to their children between 15 minutes to an hour each week. 11.2% of parents read to their children between 2 and 3 hours each week, and a small 3.9% of parents read to their child for at least 3 hours or more each week. The recommended time parents should read to their children each week is 3.5 hours, yet according to the statistics shown on this pie chart, only 3.9% of parents are reaching this recommended allotment of reading time each week. According to the data shown, this means that a staggering 44% of young children are not benefiting from the educational aspects of reading, as well as the one-on-one interaction they share with their parents during this time, which diminishes the parent and child relationship. When parents take the time to educate their children at home before traditional schooling begins, they will find their children more motivated students, whose habits for learning have increased. Children will gain an understanding of the world around them through play and parental interaction during the early years. Due to these early interactions and motivation for high learning skills, The relationship between parent and child will grow. Parents can participate in these advantages when they turn off the television and interact with their children in everyday activities. If there are any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them at this time.
I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned learning activities that parents can involve themselves and their children in. What are some of these activities?
Some of the activities that you can participate in with your children are reading, dramatic play, outdoor sports, and learning games. These few activities are the basics for children to learn and to grow, as well as build a lasting relationship with their parents.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
What can parents who work a full-time schedule do to encourage their children?
Participating in play with your child for a few minutes every day, or reading to them each morning or evening for just a few minutes can have lasting effects. Sharing a family meal and discussing things that they've done with their caregiver throughout the day or things that they've learned will help reinforce those items and help children to understand that their parents view their achievements positively and will motivate those children to continue those habits. Any other questions?
Yes. What advantage will children have when they're starting school?
Children whose parents take an active role in providing them with attention and meaningful learning activities such as reading together or participating in dramatic play or board games will notice that their children have better prepared for reading, socialization, and the understanding of order and analytical skills.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.